So while Jerry Jones said that the Cowboys are not interested in adding a veteran receiver, I do believe they will at some point, just not right now. And, we'll talk about some options the Cowboys have in free agency in today's video. And by all means, put down in the comment section who you would like the Dallas Cowboys to sign at the wide receiving spot if they were to go out and start putting in those offers and things of that nature. Now, before we begin this video, if you can do me a favor and like, it doesn't take too long to do. It takes less than a second, and it helps the video perform better in the algorithm. Next, if you are new or a part of that 65 percentile that has not subscribed to this channel, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on new content when it drops, and hit that notification bell. You'll get notified when videos like this come out. So, there are a couple options that I do like out in the free agency pool, which the Cowboys will most likely have to delve into as they enter the further parts of training camp and eventually the preseason. Right now, we have a receiving core of CeeDee Lamb. I understand that Michael Gallup and Washington are out, so I'm not even going to mention those two in this. So, CeeDee Lamb. Then you have Jalen Tolbert. You got the rookie. It's still unproven, but rookie. Noah Brown. Reliable, decent option, but we don't know how he's going to look in our starting role. Simi Fehoko, who has been impressing. TJ Vasher. And Kevontae Turpin. So you look at that, and it's a lot of question marks. And, we could hear about how they're doing in training camp, which is good. You know what? You want to hear the competition, but the biggest factor, and I want to make this clear, is that they need to realistically assess this and understand that in live game settings, they are a lot different than training camp. Sure, I always talk about how the training camps go, but I do it in the sense of, hey, listen, this is what we're hearing. I understand that we're hearing good things about this person, and this person, or bad things about this person and that person, but live game situations against a different team, whole different ball game. Some guys that did very well in training camp can regress and vice versa. So to take a look at the list, right, and I'm going to pan off to take a look. So the first one that I heard that supposedly the Cowboys have a little bit of interest in is Will Fuller. Will Fuller, former Texans and Miami Dolphins wide receiver, very talented individual. Injury prone as all hell. And so if you look at him and you say, okay, we need this guy for just 4 games or 6 games, you can maybe get that out of Will Fuller. I'm not asking the guy to be here for a full season. If you can get 3 games out of this guy, cool. I think that out of the whole bunch of receivers that's available, he is the most talented, but hurt guys stay hurt. I would like to see Will Fuller added if we assume that the Cowboys are not interested in anybody else, which there are a couple other reliable options on this list. And to move forward, another guy that you have, which not saying reliable, you do have a T.Y. Hilton who was also garnering interest from the Dallas Cowboys, and I actually predict that T.Y. Hilton could be a Cowboy. And whether you want him to be here or not, that's one thing. But if it were me, I would say, if you're the Cowboys, just get someone. But again, don't pull the trigger on someone unless vitals are good. So if you're doing Will Fuller or T.Y. Hilton, make sure the guys are healthy and good to go, and there's no setbacks or any issues before you bring them in. Again, anything can happen, but this is a serious problem that you have. Another name that was popped up was Cole Beasley. No, I do not want fucking Cole Beasley back here. I don't care what anybody says. I get it. Cole Beasley, nice slot receiver, but here's the problem. It's not that, besides him being an asshole, just being real with you, Kevontae Turpin's doing a lot of slot work. And so what that tells me is that Cole Beasley's role here would be not necessary, and he would just be progress stopping the guy you just gave a 3-year deal to, regardless of how much money that was. Another guy is Emmanuel Sanders, who, in my opinion, would be the most reliable out of the bunch. And that's due to the fact that, the guy has had no issues whatsoever with health of recent, and I could be wrong there, but I haven't seen any indications of that. And it's just reliable wide receiver. He's on the older side. He's 35. And, I never really saw any issues with him. Again, we're not asking for a long-term option at receiver. It's just, can you hold down yourself until the other guys get back? And hey, if you want to hold on to him, cool, why not? But Emmanuel Sanders seems to be the most realistically reliable option out of the bunch. Another name that was floated around was Odell Beckham Jr. Now, Odell, he got hurt in the Super Bowl. He's kind of one of those stash the player and just roll with him later on in the season, which I would like to see the Cowboys throw at. I mean, you can't go wrong with adding another guy in there, but Odell is more of a he's analyzing and then going from there type of situation. And who knows, maybe he has the Cowboys on his radar. And it's not like you're going to have to give up anything. Again, the Dallas Cowboys have a ton of cap space available, and they can even add 2 of these guys. If I'm being realistic with you guys, right? Let's just throw Gallup and Washington back in the mix of things, right? If it were me, hey, sign one of these guys as you could sign Emmanuel Sanders, and you can bring in Odell as a other option. Or if you're just not really into that, hey, you could just sign one of these guys here. I mean, I look through the rest of this list. Nothing really of note. I mean, you do have Deshaun Jackson, but no, I don't want Deshaun Jackson. Not because he was an Eagle, not because he does, how he plays against the Cowboys. It's just not really the smartest in the case if it comes to being a football player. I'm not trying to insult the guy's intelligence. I'm not saying he's an idiot, but like, I saw last year, like, there were moments where I'm like, what is Deshaun Jackson doing? He's a great deep threat, but I want to bring him in. I think that you have your options as follows. You got Will Fuller, T.Y. Hilton. I had to throw Cole Beasley out there, but I'm going to say probably not. Emmanuel Sanders and Odell Beckham Jr. Those are your 5. I mean, that's realistically what you have. And whether you want the Cowboys to sign one of these guys or not, or you're afraid of the cap and stuff like that, again, we are not asking for these guys to stay around long term. It is simply a bridge between these guys and Gallup and Washington returning. And again, my vote would be for Emmanuel Sanders. However, if Will Fuller checks all boxes and you don't have any health concerns, I would say sign him. He's he's the most talented, but he is injury prone. Where you got Emmanuel Sanders, who is reliable, but not as good, in my opinion. But what do you guys have to say on this? There's a lot of options out there. Who would you want the Cowboys to sign? Do you want them to sign 2 receivers? I mean, they probably won't sign 2 receivers, but what would you like the Cowboys to do? Tell me down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for reaching the end of this video. It's greatly appreciated. You're a real MVP for that. On the way out, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. Most importantly, you'll see a video. You might have missed it. It's us talking about that kicking situation. So by all means, click on that. Get back in there. And yeah, that just wraps it up there. I will see you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye.